Haribol. Haribol means speak the name of God. Means have sensible conversation. Means have conversation that will raise your consciousness. Speaking about people, it's not going to take you anywhere. Stay away from useless conversation. So, happy fasting. I hope that you're fasting today. I also want to say that if you're listening to me and following me, thank you for that. But I'm using this opportunity since I don't have much followers to really express myself and document my story. You hearing it from me. My name is Veronica. I was born in the beautiful island of Trinidad and Tobago, which is located right at the tip of South America. I am an American citizen, but I do have dual citizenship. Trinidad and Tobago is not like tourist oriented very much, which is very silly, but Tobago is actually so beautiful. I want to give Tobago a shout out because the Queen's daughter, that's where she spent her honeymoon. And Tobago, I don't know up to date because I've been in America for over 30 years, so I don't know what the update on Tobago is, but it was so peaceful and beautiful, like a piece of heaven. Speaking of citizenship, hopefully you're a citizen, and if you are, it's your civic duty. It's my civic duty. My Hare Krishna movement was started in America by Srila Prabhupada. So and plus I live in America. I am an American. So it's my civic duty to vote, and hopefully you will too. So the purpose of this documentation is to document my morning running. I have been running for many, many years. Um, every city, every state that I live in. Actually, I've only lived in Florida, but every city that I live in, I've been running every morning. However, it's coming up to a climax now, and I don't know what's happening. So, just to start this morning, there was a car there documenting, the lights was on and everything. There was another car that passed around slowly, and there was one in the distance. But this morning, it was a scary morning. And this morning, they were afraid of me. So, like, there was a truck, I'm talking about a truck coming this way, and he saw me and he turned the other way and he took the other exit. So sometimes I'm like really scary, and I'll show you some pictures. It's like really baffling. And then I started thinking this morning about when I was 2.5 to 3 years old. My memory is like really good. I could remember being in my mommy's tummy, but you don't stay there for long. Well, in my case, I didn't stay there for long, but you have to get into the fetus to get a feel of it. But when you're outside of that, you get in training of what you're coming to do. But that was my story, and we'll do that another time. But I want to tell you about one of the things about me is that when I was 2.5, 3 years old, I remember it's the first time I ever tasted candy. In Trinidad, we call it sweetie. You get like 5 or 6 for a penny, or I don't know, I don't remember, but it was, of course, way back then. Like I said, no electric lights, no running water. So, everybody got a sweetie. And it's the first time I'm tasting this thing, this deliciousness. What the? So I look at my cousin or my aunt, because I was the smallest one. So I look at my aunt and I was like, does yours taste like mine? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, no, let me try. You taste mine, let me taste yours. When she gave me hers, I chew it and swallow it. And then I was like, okay, give me my candy. And she's like, but you have to give me back mine. And because I was the smallest one, I started crying. It's like, she cut my candy. My grandmother came over and she's like, do you have her candy? And she's like, yes, but give her back her candy. And she gave it back to me. So when she gave it back to me, I bite it and chew it. In the meantime, by the time she tell my grandmother this story, I already ate. So what I'm saying that because that reminded me this morning is like, who is scared of who? Because I think one of the reasons they stopped my Bluetooth is because they be shooting guns in the back there. So with my Bluetooth, they can't tell if I'm hearing it or not. That was such a long story about nothing, and I want to say so much, and time is going so fast. But thank goodness, like I said, I don't have many followers, so hopefully I get to record this and I get to the point in time, because they already discover oxygen in the water, so we kind of like running, running behind. Because I want to tell you about America's Got Talent and all that stuff. That came from Trinidad, but what's my next topic? Is hang on. I remember what it is. My next topic is about the astral traveling. So I'm gonna reiterate. When I was like 6 years old, we had like visitors, and they put all of us in the bed. As we lay down, we just raised, all of us raised up to the ceiling, look at each other, and fell back in our body. It was such a dramatic feeling. The others passed out. My auntie G, I don't know if you remember this, but I look at her, and both of us went up. When we came back down, she went out. But I keep doing it over and over. So I was wondering what will happen if I go up. And I went up through the roof and I came back down. I didn't see that part yesterday. And the next day, my grandmother asked me to thread a needle. And while threading the needle, I wish that I could see the world as tiny as this needle hole, the hole of the needle. And no doubt, when I went to bed, I just went up and back. And I saw the tiny, tiny little blue dot. Okay, I'm sticking to the topic, okay? So stick with me. So we're continuing with the astral traveling. I had many changes during my life, which I'll come to anytime, but I'm sticking to the astral traveling, which continued when I was 9 years old, and I moved by my dad. Okay, so now, this, I don't know who they are, who they were. They'd be like, I remember the very first one was very disappointed, because it's like, where do you want to go tonight? And I say, I want to go to see a dance class. I want to go to a dance class, because it's the first time I had moved to my dad, and it's the first time I'm seeing movies. I'm seeing Indian movies, Bollywood. So yeah, so that's how I went to my first dance class, and then that continued night after night. Sometimes the classes had to change, but those are like really deep and personal, and I can't tell you about those. Those are like not talkable. But what I could tell you is that this night, and they were all excited, because usually it's just one or maybe two. And I don't see them like I'm looking at myself in the camera. You don't see them like that. In the spiritual world, everything is different. You kind of like feel these beings. And this night there was a lot of them. So we jump into a car, and it was like they did not even ask me where I wanted to go tonight. So I thought that was strange. So then we went to this place, and I heard, I'm hearing talking. I don't understand. Remember, now I'm like 15, 16 years old. And the only thing I'm interested in is dance. I used to take a stick and write, because we have a dirt yard. After I sweep it, I used to write DANCE. And just stare at that word. I'm 70 years old and still obsessed with dance. That's amazing. So that's a blessing, I should say. So, and plus I learned to dance in the astral, as I'm now revealing to you. Because it's not just one class, it's like, not even in this world, it's like many different classes. That's why my dance is multicultural. And that's why when I'm dancing, you see many different forms in that one dance. I can't help it. Oh my gosh. This is a one-man show, and rehearsal's going pretty good. My time is already short, and I want to tell you what happened that night that it did not take me to the dance. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I pray about doing this stuff, so I'm not doing it. You know who directing it, okay? I'm just like the actor. So, Hare Krishna, Haribol, speak positive things, think positive things, act positive things, and accept God's blessings. Happy fasting. Good health to you.